Hello, it's Susan Lazar Hart here. I thought I'd share this with you. I started to write a Facebook about it and I thought, is this actually asking for more? And I think it is. It's something that I've been asking about, I think, almost all my life. I used to call it depression. Yeah, it was felt like a wave that would wash over me, and I was helpless. I was sad. I felt paralyzed almost, with this sense of kind of being overwhelmed by the world. Yes, me. And how many more of us out there that kind of wake up at 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 in the morning feeling like there's poop on our heads, feeling like there's something here that's just not right, and it's so familiar. When I was a lot younger, I remember sitting on the stoop on the stairs as my parents went out to a football game, and I was just getting this sense of what I was starting to call depression. And my mom turned to my dad and said, "Oh, it's that time of the month. That's what happens." Well, how many of us were so aware as young children that instead of asking more questions about that awareness, we were told it's the time of the month. We were told, "Oh, your aunt and uncle, we used to be depressed," or, "Oh, you'll get over it." Yeah. And getting over something, when somebody says to me, "Relax," or "you'll get over it," I kind of want to smack them, right? So one of the things I've learned as I woke up this morning with that sense of, oh, again? It feels like poop is kind of just sitting on my head, and no matter how much washing I do, I can't get it out of my hair, no matter how curly it is. So what I've learned to do, and that's what I'd like to share with you today, is to ask a different question. So sometimes I'll ask, who does it belong to? And I already know it's not mine. So that question kind of like just sits there. So what I've learned to do is ask, okay, Susan, what's next? What is it that you're willing to let go of, that if you actually let go of it would create something different? And it could be letting go of, this is never going to end. It could be letting go of, this is uncomfortable to the degree that I'm going to crawl back into my bed and pull the sheets over. It could be asking another question. What else is possible? So what my awareness was today, as I lay in bed, I was like, okay, what can I get rid of? What can I let go of here? What is it that's holding me back from being all of me? And the awareness was, oh, there's so much piling up. So what did I do? I went to my computer and I found this thing called Sweep. I know, silly, right? Well, I actually happen to have had 4,000, I'm just looking at my computer now, 4,000 in my inbox. So I went to this thing called Sweep, and I started to just go through all of those places and spaces that I had bought into, that I had to read what was on my computer, that I had to listen to somebody's free webinar, telecast, whatever that was. And I kept putting them aside, saying, oh yeah, I'll get to that, I'll get to that, I'll get to that. Well, how much of I'll get to that puts you outside of you? And would that kind of give you a feeling that when you woke up in the morning that you had so much to deal with, aside from the awareness of what is going on for everyone else in the world? How much are we aware of that as young children, as we grow up, as we move through this life, of what everybody else has to do or be? And we kind of, because we're so aware by that is ours. For myself, with these access tools, the awareness was, oh, what if I was just aware? Like everywhere I thought I was depressed, what if I was just aware of information coming in? And what am I willing to let go of all of that information coming in? So I very happily stood there as my dog was waiting to be walked, pressing sweep, 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 sweep. Because really, how much have we decided we have to have more of, that if we actually let go of it, the having less of would give us more of us? Yeah. So there's something that I also wanted to share with you. It's a little trick I created and played with a friend of mine about 5 years ago. What we chose to do was to connect with each other once a day, just through text or email. And the agreement was each of us would throw something away. It didn't matter if it was a piece of paper that there was a note on, whatever it is that was holding us back from creating more. And so it could be a big thing, it could be a little thing. And there was no response required. It was just like text. I threw out a piece of paper today. And I've kind of been doing that ever since for the last 5 years. And I just wanted to acknowledge that, how easy that is, and how it actually changed who I was choosing to be today, from that person that woke up and said, oh, again, to what is it that I could let go of? What thought, what feeling, what emotion is distracting me? What can I let go of? I don't have to let go of all of it. I can indulge myself and be as dramatic and traumatic as I would like. And then I can let go of that. So I guess what I'm playing with today is what I'd like to share with you. Would you be willing to acknowledge you? Yeah. And with that acknowledgement, what is it that you could let go of that's been holding you back? Big, little, whether it's just pressing delete on your email, whether it's throwing out and letting go of clothing, of books, of whatever it is that you're holding back onto, relationships. Yeah, that isn't working for you, that isn't contributing to you. Do you think that might give you more light, more air, and more space in what you're creating? Because as I started to play with this, and the awareness was, if I was willing to actually be with the energy of what I am creating, and creating with the future, that actually gives me more of a sense of possibilities. And also, as my grandmother would say, this too shall pass. And that's also something that I've been really playing with for the longest time, that this too shall pass, that I know if I put one foot in front of the other, that it takes courage. So I'm going to ask you to join me. Those of you who are saying, what? Well, listen to this again and see, where is it that you are actually holding you back by holding on to something. It could be a thought. It could be, any one of the distractors that we talk about, a thought, a feeling, an emotion. What if you let go of it? Who could you be today? And what if who you be is what the world is asking for? Yeah. So thanks so much. If you like this, share it with a friend. Spread it around. This is something new I'm playing with, incorporating videos with the blogs. So let me know how this works for you. Join us on Ask Susan Facebook. And I wonder what else is possible. Yeah, so hope to see you somewhere on the planet, and come and play, because the more of us playing together actually creates so much more. Thanks so much, and know that I adore you. Thank you just for listening. Bye-bye.